What is up, guys? It is Mitch or Deity, and today we have two new units announced. We have Robin and Arya. If you guys watch my tier list, I put Robin at the top tier, so hopefully she's actually good. I just did it as a joke, but she's actually coming out to the game very soon, so we're going to check her out first, and we're going to check out ML Arya, and then we're going to go into the patch notes and everything with that. Those of you guys waiting on the newest episode of the guide, I am working on that right now, so that'll hopefully be up this afternoon, and there is going to be a raid ad in this video in between this checking her out and ML Arya's skill kit, so just be aware of that. If you guys ever want to support me as a creator, that's the best way. Just download the game. Once you download, you already helped me. They're actually giving out ML5s currently for the game, but let's stick with Epic 7 for now, and then there'll be a quick 30-second thing. So Robin, she looks pretty sick. I woke up today and I saw on the kit, what is that, Nikki? This little gun thing. Okay, so let's check out her base stats. 30 effectiveness, so she's gonna be some kind of debuffer. One thing is we do have the new Rift coming. Starting, I think, this week. We have maintenance tonight. Is it a new Rift starting tonight, or it should be, might be tonight. It's either tonight or next week. I don't know. We'll find out here shortly. But she supposedly works with debuffs within her kit. That's what I saw when I woke up. And she has effectiveness. She looks like Eligos. She has a briefcase, but then she has guns, so it looks like Nikki. It's kind of funny. Hopefully she is really good for just general PV. So it's it's Eligos, but with a bigger briefcase. That's funny. Okay, so here we go. We've got the base stats all there. I'm going to skip ahead into the skills. So the skill 3 is attacks all enemies with their secret weapon, extends duration of debuffs, except for those which prevent movement by 1 turn before a 100% chance after a mola, chance to inflict decreased defense. AoE decreased defense, that's not bad. When the skill is not on cooldown at the end of or at the start of ally's turn, grant swift attack to the caster. And then increases combat radius by 25%. So she cycles her turns insanely fast with Swift Attack. I forgot what Swift Attack was in the last character that came out, but you get extra 50% combat radius whenever you use a skill. So that's pretty nice. I mean, she's able to extend debuffs and AoE decrease defense at 100%. It's pretty good. At the and then the soul burn effect is at the enter detonate bleed and burn effects inflicted on the target. So I'm guessing in her skill 2 or skill 3, she has that bleed or burn effect. I want to see the animation for it. I think we saw it. That was the Nikki gun thing, but let's see in just a second. It's going to read for an hour. I'm going to skip ahead. I'm really curious on Arya. What is that icon in front of ML Runka? Is that normal? I don't know what that icon is. What is that skill 3 animation? Okay, I mean, it's okay. So then the skill 2 is another AoE attack, dispelling 2 buffs before 85% chance to inflict 3 burns. Kind of sick. She's 115 base speed though. That is the only problem, but she has a skill 3 push up, skill 2 and a skill 3. So then you put all the things and detonate them. For PvE, she might be sick, especially if they create future PvE content that has multiple waves or just more enemies on the board, because every PvE content right now is just an individual single boss. It's pointless to have AoE attacks against any of the current bosses within the game, but I mean, 3 burns can be insane damage, and it extends them, so you actually get double. Her artifact must put a burn too. that was 4 burns a target. All right, so the skill 1 attacks the enemy with a dagger, 85% chance to inflict bleed. So she does both bleed and burn. Okay. I mean, they just upped bleed and burn damage with one of the newest patches, so I love debuffing characters. That's a lot of debuffs. I don't know, it's pretty cool. All right, let's see those. Yeah, it's a burn. Okay, so after taking 50% chance to inflict burn on the target for 1 turn, kill ability activated once every 2 turns, and increase effectiveness by 30%. Put those on Fire Litica technically, but I don't think you'd want to give up the combat readiness push of Fire Litica with Renowned Will, the Fenris Arty, or there's one more artifact that Fire Litica uses, but I just woke up, so I'm not thinking that hard. Okay, I mean, overall, Robin seems cool. I have a feeling she is going to end up being a character that's super good in the new Rift. It is Fire Rift again, so it could end up being the last Fire Rift where Kayn is good. But in terms of pulling her, let me test her. Any kind of debuffing character is always a gamble, whether or not they're going to be usable. Click the link in the description right now to get the character Ortego right away, as well as Ugo, Tyrell, and Fane as you level up your account. Here's how to do it. Log out of Player and Play on your PC and uninstall. From there, click the link in the description and register using a new email address. Then launch Raid, complete the tutorial, go to your mailbox, and claim your first champion. Don't forget to use the promo code SUPREME6 to get the crazy legendary Void Champion character Supreme Gallic before this code expires. With all these characters, it's an insane start to Raid, so click the link in the description right now and don't miss out. All right, so here we go. ML Arya. This is the one I'm excited for. Okay, this is going to be the PvP focused character that I would actually probably potentially use, because Robin, I just don't know. For PV, all my teams are set. The only thing is potentially Rift for Robin. So she's just punchy girl. That was the most bland skill 3 I think I've ever seen in any video game. I've been playing a Theory Restart. Those of you guys that don't know, I was supposed to be in a tournament for a Theory Restart, and I got hit by a tornado. Okay, so I ended up missing the tournament. So I was grinding through a restart, trying to get ready for the tournament. What's it, on Saturday? And yeah, didn't end up getting to do it because I've been just going through it in my regular life. Seems like something happens every single day. So hopefully now things are going to get easier, but it's been very annoying. So she is a warrior, of course, dark warrior, punchy girl. I like her design at least. Hopefully her kit's better than her skill 3 animation. All right, so super slow, really good HP, decent defense, decent attack, just general warrior, but higher HP for a warrior. All right, so let's go ahead into her skills. Increases soul burn consumption of the enemy by 100%. That's insane. So that means that if you were to do a 10 soul burn, it's now 20 soul. If you were to do a 20 soul, you have to spend 40 souls. That's actually sick. How have we not gotten a character with this passive sooner? It's actually really nice. I like this a lot. This is just, she's almost like a must pull style character for PvP, just to have that as an option, just to prevent. So Tag Hell's Ancient Book gives you 20 souls to start the match. That won't be enough to soul burn most things anymore. That's kind of sick. Gonna be probably very prominent on just arena defenses in general. Guild War defense. How are you gonna get enough books in Guild War to do like a general cleave? I don't know. I like that a lot. At the start of the first battle, increase effect res proportional to max health. That's kind of sick. I wonder what the scaling of that is. So when the caster is not afflicted with debuff, increase the effect res of all allies by 25%. Dude, all right. So there's a guy named Cookie. Cookie, if you're watching this, he has the craziest effect res builds on all of his characters. He's probably so excited for this. This is cool. There's a couple players that do like have just an effect res playstyle, and man, they're all going to be excited. I mean, this is really good with... So you have Bellion to prevent gaining souls at all, and then you have her to have soul gain. So technically now we have 2 characters that fit that role through passive abilities, and that's massive for drafting. Okay, now the skill 3. Let's see if her kit's actually decent beyond that, though. Skill 3, Purge, attacks the enemy with a merciless Iron Fist, granting barrier to all allies for 2 turns for increasing defense penetration of the skill by 35%. All right, so she penetrates 35. It's kind of a low penetration for modern day Epic 7. Usually things penetrate 100% of defense anymore. Penetration can increase. Oh, okay, so it gets higher and higher stacking. There it is. So every 2 or 3 times you use the skill, it's 100% from there. Or on the third one, it's 100 because it does it before. All right, so now penetration. A successful attack always results in critical hit. Again, they have to do this on every character to keep up with the current meta of characters. They just make it to where you can build more stat and other stats, so it makes sense. So you don't have to build her on crit. Damage dealt and barrier strength are proportional to the caster's max health. She has really high base health, so I'm curious that barrier scaling too. You have the effect res scaling, you have the barrier scaling. She doesn't need crit, so she's going to have effect res. This is a gear score hungry character. Big time. You don't have to build crit chance, but you build crit damage, effect res, high HP, defense. And I'm curious about, I guess with speed, do you just build her on counter set? And just, the problem is the skill 3 is, what is it, a 3-turn cooldown? It's not terrible in terms of the cooldown, but do you build her fast? I don't think you would. That's a skill 3. Does pretty solid damage. That's pretty solid damage, and that was the beginning of the fight. That's the first one. That's before it's even penetrating defense. So she hits like a nuke. So let's see the skill 1 about the counter set in terms of how we're going to build her. Attacks the enemy, increasing combat readiness of the caster by 15%. When purges on cooldown, activates disciplinary action as an extra attack. Oh. Okay, so she has 2 hit. It doesn't say you can do it on a counter attack. It doesn't say cannot. All right, we'll keep reading. Damage to increase proportional to caster's max health. Attacks the enemy, inflicting up to 10% injury. So she has injury in her kit too. Successful attack always results in critical hit. So yeah, you don't need to build her on crit for either skill. Damage out. Yeah, okay. I mean, this could technically proc on a counter hit. So you have the option of either going slow or fast within the skill. Not the worst thing I've ever heard of. So she bops here. Penetrates defense for 24 and inflicts the injuries. and then it goes again. Oh, wait, I want to see both hits. Wait, did it really not just show the 2-hitter? I want to see the 2 hits. Is it because the other skill was on cooldown? I don't know, but either way, it works on counterattacks, which is kind of nice. I still can't believe we haven't got a character that heals injury damage. That's one thing that's kind of blowing my mind, that how have we not gotten that character yet? Healing injuries. When is that coming? We keep getting more and more injury characters. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to build it yet. Let me know what you guys think about then in terms of the current, or like what builds you're going to go with. The thing is the counter set. I wanted to see the extra attack, but I'm not going to make you guys sit through that until it happens. So now let's just go through the general update content. We do have maintenance tonight. Those of you guys that have not kept up with Epic 7, every 2 weeks we have a maintenance. This maintenance will probably be 3 hours, 4 hours. It doesn't seem like there's a lot coming. This is all the stuff that's coming in the general news. And we do have a buff event, but we have improvements and adjustments. Ooh, they have packs. Heck yeah, brother. I love packs. All right, PC client has numbers now. It's kind of nice. And then UI change, another UI change for what? The battle menu will be provided in permanent seasonal event. Oh, okay, up at the top. Kind of nice. All right, then down here we have a notification thing. I hate notifications in games. Ooh, that's part of why I like D7 so much, is I didn't have these 9,000 little red dots on my screen at all times. So I don't know if I like that. I don't want to have that constantly up there. That's some random things going. So this is just the most basic stuff. Let's check. We need background battle for Expedition, not Guardians. All right, I guess they're adding Guardians. I missed that somewhere. Which you guys remember dispatch missions. Okay, so dispatch missions are gone too. We did know that one at least. But okay, overall, nothing really new, special looking coming. But let's go ahead and check the quick other thing. So it's Ludwig and Lua. Don't summon on either of those. We should, I mean, if anything, you're gonna summon on Robin for Rift most likely, and then we should have a summer rerun style event or a collab coming up. I hate saying collab. We got confirmed a collab like 8 months ago. They told us, yes, a collab is coming, but the problem is that was 8 months ago and we still haven't got it. So who knows about the collab anymore. I try not to talk about it too much because I don't want to get people's hopes up, but we have a weekend buff event. Let's just click this and go through really quick, and that'll be the end of the video. So here we go. All servers, 4 days. It's going to alternate. Each day is a different buff, and on the last day, it's going to be all buffs. So general buff event, burning passion packs for sale. Again, these are the best value within the game that you can buy. And then going up, we have the daily burning energy events. Let's see what this is. So you just have to burn energy by clearing anything you get. Okay, so it's just one of these general events too. And this is a daily. Yeah, it's a daily thing that you can earn an extra 200 stamina and some extra quick battles. I love when they give the extra quick battles, honestly, because I can kill the game faster. I get more done. So then from here, you have their general rewards. So it's just a super general event. It's going to be a kind of boring couple of weeks on Epic 7. It's going to be farming gear. Those of you guys that are new, you're going to keep progressing your account, try to get through story. But once you're through story, it's just farming gear and trying to get some of your PvP roster built up, and then slowly working through your abyss and things like that. So that's Epic 7 for the week. Again, if you guys want another game to try, I mean, I actually play Raid. I have a Raid dedicated channel. I play PvP on that. I'm getting pretty far in that. I like the game a lot. If you're willing to download, give it a try. I have a guide just like my Epic 7 one. Also, speaking of that, my Epic 7 guide, newest episode should be up today. There's only a couple left. Honestly, at the point we're at, you guys pretty much are on your own. But I'll give a couple little final tips, like how to one-shot ZO and things like that, or at least give you resources to go find whatever you need to find. So again, if you're willing to download Raid, I appreciate it. But that's all I have. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.